Hi family, this is Mo with Moya Body Care and Colon Hydrotherapy, and I am your colon hydrotherapist that practices the art of internal detoxification through the use of colon hydrotherapy herbs and natural living. And today's video is a question that I am often asked in regards to new clients wanting to make an appointment. And the question is, I'm a new client, how do I prep for my session? And so here's the thing about colon hydrotherapy is this. There is no one size blanketed answer for the general population. It just doesn't exist because everybody has their own unique set of balances, imbalances, all that good stuff. Excuse me for 1 second. Franklin, what you need?
I'm gonna go next door. I can get some money.
You have money?
Yeah.
Okay. That was my 13-year-old asking to go get something to eat. Leave the door open. Okay. And so there is not a one blanketed recommendation as far as how you as an individual should prep for your session with me, because everybody has their own unique experiences. Everybody has had their own unique surgeries. You might not have a uterus. You may have just your fallopian tubes, which can create, or not create, let me change that word, not create, but it does play a huge factor in how you would feel during your colonic session. If your prostate is enlarged, it's going to create a different sensation from somebody who doesn't have an enlarged prostate, but that's all unique to each individual person. Hence the reason why when you come in, your first appointment with me is an hour and 30 minutes. So a colon hydrotherapy session with me, I can't speak for everybody else, but for with me, it's not just a hit it and quit it, one-time shot, you're in, you're out. I just don't operate like that because I am flowing warm water through your colon. Everything that you do to your body is going to create a reaction. Everything that you do. Everything that you don't do is going to create a reaction in your body. So if you drink water versus if you don't drink water, you're going to have a reaction. If you ate, you know, cookies, cakes, pies, etc. for the Super Bowl yesterday and you have an appointment with me this week, it's going to affect you. If you just dyed your hair 3 days ago and you come in for an appointment, it's going to affect you. The reason why it's going to affect you is because we have 5 channels of elimination. Those 5 channels that we have are our colon, our kidneys, our lungs, our skin, and then the 5th for women is our uterus. So whatever you put on your body, when you come in, your body is going to purge it. And that is emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So if you had an argument with, let's say, your partner over the weekend and you have an appointment with me today, it's going to affect you today. It is. So when clients call me and ask, how do I prep for me? There is no one blanketed answer. But what I can tell you is that, or share with you, is that before your appointment, you don't want to have any solids on your belly at least 2 hours prior to your appointment. And you don't want to have any liquids on your belly 1 hour prior to your appointment, because your body is unable to do 2 things at one time. It cannot digest and cleanse at the same time. It has to do one or the other. So if you come in with a full belly, if you come in with a full bladder, you're going to be very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. Now, those 2 recommendations on how to prep are universal, regardless of what's going on with you. However, beyond that point, I cannot really give you more information because all I know about you is your first name and your cell phone number. So I can't give you an answer just out the sky like that. So I hope that makes sense for those who want to come to see me for an appointment for a colonic, and that goes for the same way for the yoni steam as well. I often have women call me and they say, oh, I want to book a yoni steam appointment. You know, how do I prep myself? Well, did you just have a baby? Did you just have a C-section? Do you have a menstrual cycle? Are you in menopause? If so, for how long? Have you had a hysterectomy, a full or a partial? If you had a partial, what organs do you still have? And when I start asking those questions, people say, well, I didn't have to do this at the other office. Well, I don't work at the other office. You're coming to see me at Moya Body Care. Big difference. Big, 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 big difference. I will not walk into a session without sitting down and talking to you about your health and wellness and how you got to this point. I am not going to be set up for the okie doke. It ain't going to happen, people. Okay? So that's what I want to share in regards to that. I also get asked this other question, which is like the tail end of the first question, which is, what is the recovery time for me? Again, not knowing anything about your health, it's impossible, literally impossible for me to predict your individual recovery time. Everybody is so uniquely individualized, it's ridiculous. And if I could predict that, I would be in Cape Verde right now, half naked, drinking some rum. How about that? Right? How about that? I wouldn't be here in Torrance working my butt off. You understand what I'm saying? So when we talk about recovery time, it's all unique and different to your personal experience. When some people come in, they just absorb water the entire time because they are that dehydrated, right? Now I have other people who come in, as soon as I insert the speculum, the water hasn't even started running yet. Waste is being pushed out of their body because they are filled to the rim with waste. So I just turn the water on, and all of a sudden they're evacuating. The colon is letting go of waste. I have people sometime when I open the door to just come into the treatment room, they're already in a full-blown breakdown. On my table, boo-hoo tears, crying, snot everywhere. I haven't even started the session yet, but they are emotionally overwhelmed. I have other people who come in and they come into the office and they're just staring at the crystals because that's just where they are. And the crystal was saying something to them. I have no idea. I never question it. I allow them to sit in meditation. Whenever they're ready, they'll let me know. So I don't know if that helps you understand like how I work as a practitioner, how my business is ran. It's not a cookie cutter in and out, in and out. And that's what I teach my students. You have to listen to your intuitive space. My intuitive space says sit down with each individual person one-on-one and really help them understand how they got to this point. That's what speaks to me intuitively. Now, other practitioners may not feel so strongly about that, but that is their role. That's their journey. It's not mine. So please understand that when you come into this office, you're not going to be pushed around. It's not going to be in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. It's not going to be cut short because I got somebody right behind you. You literally have an hour and 30 minutes with me for your first appointment. Now, if there is not a client booked behind you and we still need to talk, I'll give you that time and I don't ask for anything additional, just a FYI. So when you come to this side of the world in regards to health and wellness, please understand you cannot bring the same thought process that you had with dealing with the Western medical field. It just doesn't apply. It doesn't work, at least not in my office. And I continue to say that in my office, I'm not interested in having loads of people coming in and out, in and out, in and out. Literally, on a good day, I can't see no more than 6 people. 6 people is like my cap. And that's pushing it technically. Technically, I should only be seeing 5 people if I want to run my business the way that it should be ran. And I'm a solo practitioner and I need to make space for answering phone calls and text messages and emails and cleaning and making sure that my clients are cared for and held in light. So there isn't other practitioners in my office like handling you. When you book your appointment, you book your appointment with me. When you book your appointment, you book your appointment with me. When you book your appointment, you book your appointment with me. I can't overstress that enough. I answer the phone, so you're not going to speak to 1,001 people at a time. You'll always speak to me within reason, or my sister may answer the phone sometimes as well. Okay, so I hope this helps. I hope that you are not discouraged with not knowing what questions to ask. I'm a very open practitioner. Feel free to ask me as many questions as you need to in regards to moving you towards health and wellness. I often get asked questions about the back door situation. I often get questioned about, is this going to make me gay, or, do I have to worry about that? It is the farthest from my mind. I don't know about other people, but, whatever, however it floats your boat. I often have people ask me questions, like how do I do this all day long? That's a whole nother video, and I'll do that later. But what I want to stress more so than anything else, particularly in this video, is that when you come in for your session with me, it's a session for you. It's a session where you can understand how you got to this point and how you can move forward in the future in a better, higher vibration before you came in. My goal is to always have you leave vibrating at a higher level, if that makes sense. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments or concerns, or would like to book an appointment, which you can only book an appointment with me by calling me directly, not through text message, not through DMs, not through emails, not through my website. You can only book an appointment with me by calling me directly. And the reason why that is because I need to hear the tone in your voice. I need to hear your reasons why you want to come in, because I am a solo practitioner. I don't need to work on everybody, and not everybody needs to be in my office, and I'm not for everybody, and I don't claim to be. So when I work on people, it's a very special thing for me, because I don't open my doors to the public. When you come to my office, you will know that my door is locked, and it's locked all day long. You only can come in if you have an appointment or if you're stopping by to get information. But normally I know, because people call ahead of time. They just don't walk up. So I hope that makes sense too as well. So if you would like to book an appointment, or if you want to do a consultation, even if you're not in the Torrance, LA area, I still do consultations via Zoom call and over the phone. And there was something else I want to say about that as well. Anywho, feel free to give me a call. My phone number is 562-682-0818. And my website is Moya, MOYA, bodycare.com. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely feel free to reach out. I try to make myself available definitely during my business hours, but please know, if you text me before or after my business hours, you will not get me, and you will receive a return text, phone call, email, etc. the next day or during my business hours. All right, loves, I hope this makes sense. Happy 2020. It's already February. This is crazy. Enjoy, 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 enjoy. Until then, be blessed.